Welcome back, Brun here. We're going to take a look at some updates to the Dwarven area, as well as taking a look at some of the other builds across the server, more specifically looking at Silers, and maybe take a quick trip to spawn as well. Just want to jump right into it and again show some of the new updates that we got going on here. Starting off with the Dwarven tunnel that we have here going to our mining area. So I'm going to go ahead and shift my camera angle here so you guys can all see. Monkey, formerly known as Monkey, now Pork, or returning back to Pork, username from the server, is working on this area here. You can see a very lovely design with the archways coming through here. I love the lighting aspect, very dim, very like Dwarven-esque tunnels. As you can see, digging down into what is going to be our mining area. And I know he's hard at work, working on a lot of designs here. You can see the nice, awesome pillar. Really like the texturing on this. The shape of it is looking awesome. And this is going to be a full-on like lava mining space, and I know he's working hard at this. Pork, great job. You can see here, this is the man. We got his head here from Wandering Trader, as we were kind of working around here with those guys showing up. So I'm really looking forward to see what the progress can be. But I love the archways coming through here, incorporating the gold, from the hard-working dwarves who are mining throughout the space, throughout the Dwarven Kingdom here. Also, quick update as well, right around here we have our bone farm. We found this like really early on, and Silers came over and decorated it for us. Awesome job. I really love the it's almost like that fossil-esque you can find in the game, but I really like how this is spaced out, and I think we're going to do an update where we're going to put a full-on skull entrance to us at some point, but we can have our little access to all our skeletons over here, skeleton spawner that we found early on the server. Really liking this. Again, we'll see more updates to this later down the road, but I do want to showcase what I've been working on for the most part over the last couple weeks, which is why the delay of the current video. Got really into building, really into doing some agricultural stuff on the outside here. So I'm going to kind of head out to the front entrance here, and we're going to kind of tour around all of the agriculture that's happening on the outside here of this. You can see I built a nice little tower, watchtower over there. I'm definitely going to have different versions of that pop up around. So that's kind of keeping an eye on the lake. I still haven't gone back to finishing and detailing this here, the bridge. That's going to be a future project, but you can see some of the custom work that I've been working on. I've been trying to do a lot of custom fields and boulders, like we see here, custom trees. I'm really into that right now. I've been finding that, and then working on this pathway, just trying to give us a nice indication of where we can walk. So here's the lower section here. Obviously, I got a lot planned out already that I haven't gotten to, and I need to finish these pathways with some coarse dirt. But you can see I got a lot of different elements going on here that I really want to keep building into. So I got some plans for custom tree here. Again, finishing this pathway. I want to put some more sheds, storage buildings for the materials, but you can see just the nice little containments for the farming areas. So little spaces to say, hey, this is a farm section, don't tread on the crops. And I actually put an aqueduct to help supply this area with fresh water. So that is a big part of what I'm trying to go for over here, is having more of a, not sure what's it. I want to make sure it makes sense. Why are crops growing here? Why can we do that? Well, because we have fresh water being supplied over here for these fresh crop fields. I do plan on putting like a little gatehouse here, because this actually leads up to the top section. So I worked on this. There was a natural cavern in the terrain here that I decided, hey, this would be perfect. I do have some support stuff I have to do and edit a little bit top here, but right now it's functional. And I do like the pathway that it comes up. It's just kind of very natural pathway where it's built into where everything was at. And we'll come up to here, which is the main part that I've been working on. We got a little water tower going on here. I'm just trying to play around with some different designs. Some storage building. Got some llamas from one of those Wandering Traders. This barn over here is actually a Blue Nerd Minecraft design. I just kind of changed up the block palette a little bit. So we want to make sure credit is given to where credit is due. But I do enjoy this. I need to still finish some stuff up, maybe put some stuff hanging here. Haven't done the interior yet, but got the basic format from Blur Minecraft on YouTube. Again, if you can find a lot of cool builds from there. And I kind of like to mix in some of the builds that I know are really nice, and then build in my own stuff. So all these other buildings are all my own style. Really like the medieval style. That's where I'm kind of enjoying doing this right now. Got a nice field over here with a fence. Was meant to be extra tall because the goats kept jumping out, and then they still keep jumping out. They have that great leaping ability, so I need to get some more goats put in there. But as we head back over here, again, the aqueduct, I do need to texture this a little bit with some mossy, maybe some cobble or stone brick to change it up a little bit so it's not just one gray blob. But I do like that it's just the water's coming down throughout that. And then these trees, I'm really happy with these trees I've been building. I'm really enjoying that. I think that's it makes it feel so much better as I go through here. And so here's one of the houses I built. Not sure which kind of farmer. It has no interior yet. Interior is going to be one of those things I'll take care of later down the road. But really liking this style where I'm trying to use like the stone into the wood and trying to get used to using a little bit more stripped log. I don't use that a whole lot, and I want to change that up a little bit. But yeah, it's just trying to do a lot of different trees. And here we got a well that Silers and I built. We kind of there was like a basic version, and then we kind of just slowly started adding blocks to it and changing it up. But yes, I've got some carts. This is our melon farmer's house. Back on the back side of it, it's got tons of melons already there. And you just see that I'm trying to make it seem very lived in. My goal is to do some armor stands at some point, do a lot of things, a lot of projects I want to go into, make this really worthwhile. I do plan on putting an entrance down into the Dwarven area from this way, maybe an elevator of some sort to kind of fill that in, make it seem very much like there's movement and function going on throughout this. And then down over here, again, more storage. I really like this. I like this simple small barn design to store all the things. You can see one of the traders who just happened to visit, and then more custom trees. I really like that, having that overhang the pathway. And here actually goes to a mine shaft. So what I want to do is make an entrance here and dig it all the way down to that mine shaft from this spot. So that's one of my future projects that I plan on taking care of. But yeah, this is currently the big update so far. I've been really involved with doing this. I'm really enjoying it. I want to kind of fill this all in, make it very much lived in, and have this whole agricultural side of things. Let's go to overhead view real quick. And I'm really liking that, like really liking how it all feels. I really want to just kind of even cover all the way out to here and just kind of have this at some point finished up. It'll take some time, but I'm really enjoying that aspect, and try and maybe do some larger fields of wheat, not these small ones, but like some really big ones. I need to put some more houses in and kind of fill in how is this kingdom being supplied? How are they getting food? Where is that food coming from? So I wanted to have something that goes into that, and then I have this plan for this village down here that I mentioned before with this huge dock area. I think maybe I'll end up working on that between the next 2 weeks or so, because I do have a really good plan for that. I just haven't taken the time to put it into fruition because I've been enjoying the agricultural side of things and building that. And I think it probably started with this over here. So you can check that out in the previous video. But I want to actually head over to my other project that I started working on the last 2 days, because Silers, who is also one of the dwarves, but he started off in a different area, and we needed a way to get there. We needed a pathway somehow to get over to his place. And so what I've started working on is the Grand Dwarven Railway. The Grand Dwarven Railway that'll take us all the way from, it would help if I actually brought a minecart with me, takes us from our Dwarven Kingdom all the way to our Dwarven outpost, where Silers is located, and to spawn. So people can have access, because there's a big push right now on the server to not necessarily use wings. I'm just looking for some iron. There's 3 iron. But to not use wings at all times. Now, I very much enjoy using wings. It allows me to get overhead views. But everyone's going to play the game a little differently. So we want to make sure that people have access. Now, they can come here by the nether, but there are some people that really like the idea of traveling by rail. Now, it's slightly slower, obviously, since, we've all been there at some point in Minecraft, going way back, playing this game for a number of years. Um, but we want to make sure that they have some opportunity to make their way out here. So if they don't want to travel through the Nether and they want to see all the different builds that we can pass by on the Grand Dwarven Railway, well, we need to make sure that happens. So I'm going to probably speed cut this and speed it up a little bit because it's about an 8-minute trip. So I'm just going to let this play out, and I'll show you some of the spacing here. I'll kind of dictate where the views are. But this is quite a long journey. I know the one railway that we looked at before by Z10 and Gold took about 2 minutes to travel from one end to the other. Well, this is an 8-minute trip just to get to Silers Ranch. We're not even going. We haven't gotten built the railway to spawn, but we have built it to Silers, which is nearby spawn. It's about another, I would say, 1,000, 2,000 blocks to go. So we'll end up building that at some point in the future, and we will do some design. This is just the framework, and it took me probably about 3 hours just to build this one track all the way down between the two, getting all the supplies. But it does give us an opportunity to see all the different space around here. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of speed it up at this point, and I'll catch you at Silers Base, which we'll look at next. Base here. So I haven't necessarily made the best drop off, but you can see the wall that's starting to show up. This is where Silers is located. This is that outpost, which is very much focused around a farm, stables, horses, and so this is not the best view. Stay with me. It's okay. We'll be fine. It's okay, everybody. Things are not going wrong. We're alive. It's just a very bad rail design, but it quickly gets us down here. But this is Silers outpost. So let's go ahead and fly over to the front entrance here, where he has the portal. And so I do plan to come and help out with doing some tree work at some point here. But Silers has been working on a lot of horse-related things. He is kind of making this kind of ranch out here where he's got stables filled with horses. Really liking how he's built these on an angle. That is always a tricky thing to do, and you can see here he's got all kinds of horses in place, and a villager who's swimming or rowing indoors. But he has been working hard at getting a number of different horses and different speeds, different jump heights. He's been really focusing on the breeding of horses. And you can see that there are a ton of them. They want my golden carrots. I don't have that many, though. But you can see this lovely house here. I don't know what to call what kind of house it is, but really like what you would expect to see on a ranch out west in America. I have to mention that because again, there's all kinds of people that play on the server from all across the world. So yeah, this is what you kind of expect on like in a out west in the mountains. The style of home, kind of like a log cabin-esque vibe going on with it. I really like using the acacia here to break up the brown. I think that is a really, really great design choice. I like how he's got the potted plants there also. Using the barrels to, yeah, that's really nice. It's the vase that's holding that. But yeah, I know he's still working a lot on this, but I really enjoy what he's got going on here, using the fences as kind of like a railing up top. It looks like he's also got a little bee area. I can't remember the word for it. I know there's a special word for bees, and I cannot remember what it's called. But all these bees are hanging out, giving some honey. Looks like they're having a good old time. But really enjoying this space. I like how he's put the wall to kind of contain things, so if any horses get out, they're still here at the ranch. And this is really awesome. And I know he's also working on a special project, which I might try and get a glimpse of. I know it's over here somewhere, hidden in the mountain. I've heard he's been digging around quite a bit, and I kind of want to see if I can find the hidden entrance. Let's see, is this it over here? Maybe. Possibly some mini games or some different things going to happen in here, but holy cow, he's been doing some digging. Yeah, this is intense. I can't wait to figure out what's going to happen with this. I think maybe it's supposed to be some form of rodeo, from what I recall. Briefly being here and mentioned. So I really look forward to this, and hopefully we get to see more of that in the near future. But it looks like he's hard at work clearing out the space to put in that future project here, and it should be awesome. Hopefully we'll get some video of that, and we'll play around and see what's going on with that. But here's where I'm going to take a cut, and we're going to head to spawn real quick. Well, actually, let's do a flyover. Let's do a flyover of this awesome area. Oh, as it rains, and I don't have the ability to stop it from raining. So we're going to just fly in the rain. But yeah, I really like the layout he's got going on here. You can see, some more. Oh, he's got all kinds of things going on over here. Oh, that's awesome. More animals and all that. But yeah, I can't wait to see the future of this project and where it goes. Definitely enjoying all the builds here. You can definitely see that from afar. Let's even perch up on this tree. This looks awesome as like a setup here. Let's see if I can land it. Okay, like look at that layout. That looks amazing. So hopefully we'll see more of that and what it brings coming up. But I'm going to cut here, and we're going to head to spawn real quick, and I want to just kind of see if there's any updates there, and we'll call it from there. Well, we're here at spawn. It's still raining out. Nothing really new updated here, but hopefully we'll see some cool stuff. I know some projects being planned around the doing a tree farm, as well as I know someone's working on some sewers. So once we get more updates like that, I will showcase those here as well. But thank you for those who've joined us and watched to the end. I really appreciate it. Hopefully see you next time. And if you have any builds that you want to see showcased or displayed in these videos, please let me know and I will visit them. And we'll take a look at all the kind of cool things that other people are building on the server. I'm going to try and reach out to a couple people over the next couple weeks to see if they would be willing, as I talk to Silers about showing his area. So if you have anyone in particular or you want your own build shown off, just let me know and we'll do that. And I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.